If you struggle to keep houseplants alive due to low-light conditions in your space, you are not alone. According to a houseplant trend report by House, nearly half of plant owners are dealing with the same dilemma. But fear not, I've got you covered. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the art of low-light houseplants and how these beauties can add some brightness to those darker areas of your home. I'll spotlight 7 plants you should consider adding to your collection and break down their average price and where you can find them cheapest. Plus, a sneak peek at the creative way I'm styling lower lit areas in my home and how you can do the same. Hi everyone, I hope you're doing super well. Before we dive into things, as always, if you want to skip ahead to any parts, the time codes are on the side of your screen as well as in the description below, but I really hope that you'll watch the entire episode. You know, there is this concept of low-light houseplants that has become more popular among plant peeps and urban dwellers. In just a moment, I'm going to share my list of 7 awesome species you should consider, but first, a couple more reasons why you shouldn't feel singled out when it comes to struggling with keeping plants healthy in not so well lit areas. Check out this market research from Bloomscape. The survey conducted by Bloomscape, and as we know is an online plant retailer, popular one at that, they found 40% of their customers were specifically looking for low light houseplants. But when it comes to preferences, the survey also found that 35% of respondents purchased low-light plants because they were concerned about the light levels in their homes. Now, when you look at customer feedback from Bloomscape and plant return reasons, well, this is interesting. 27% of their plant returns were due to the plants not thriving in the customer's home environment, with 15% specifically mentioning insufficient light as the cause. This highlights the importance of matching plant types to the lighting conditions of the buyer's home to reduce plant mortality rates. Because no one likes when houseplants are dying, right? Now, it is important to point out there is a common misconception that all houseplants require bright light, which can discourage potential plant owners, but that is simply not the case. Oh, by the way, if you haven't already, and if you have a moment, would you mind subscribing to my channel, hitting the like button and that notification bell so I can continue to share helpful planty content like this? But as I was saying, you don't always need bright light. You see, plants are a lot like art. Some are darker, some are brighter, and so too are the spots we place them in. So let's take a look at 7 low-light plants that'll really shine in your space. And don't forget to stick around because I'm going to show you the cool, unique, creative way that I've been styling with plants in my darker areas. But yes, let us begin with the art of low-light plants. Imagine stepping into a dimly lit gallery where each masterpiece is a living work of art. These aren't just any plants, oh no. These are the unsung heroes of the plant world, the stars of the shadowy corners, the curators of calm, the low-light legends. Ah, the snake plant, or as some might call it, mother-in-law's tongue. Sharp, elegant, and oh so resilient. Originating from the sun-kissed lands of West Africa, this plant is a beacon of strength in the dimmest of spaces. Here's a fun fact, this sculptural beauty doesn't just sit pretty. No, it's hard at work, quietly filtering toxins from the air while you sleep. Like any artist that only paints by night, it absorbs CO2 in the dark, making your bedroom a sanctuary of fresh air. Next, we have the zizi plant, hailing from the mystical lands of East Africa. With leaves so glossy, you might think they've been dipped in liqueur. This plant is the epitome of elegance and endurance, thriving in the deepest shade with minimal care. Known as the eternity plant, it's nearly indestructible, and its secret to survival? Hidden water reserves stored in its rhizomes, like a painter keeping an extra stash of paint for a rainy day. A living sculpture that demands little but gives so much. Behold the Pothos, native to the Solomon Islands and fondly nicknamed Devil's Ivy because it refuses to die even in the darkest of rooms. This versatile vine is the ultimate chameleon, thriving in both water and soil and bringing life wherever it goes. It's like the artist's brush, adaptable and versatile, creating beauty with every sweep. And like the finest art, it's functional too, purifying the air as it cascades gracefully from shelves or hangs from baskets. Now we encounter the peace lily, a symbol of purity and peace straight from the tropical rainforests of Central and South America. In the dimmest of rooms, it still finds a strength to bloom, offering delicate white flowers that resemble the gentle brushstrokes of a master artist. But did you know those white flowers are actually spathes, special leaves that cradle the true flowers like a frame around a painting? And as if its beauty weren't enough, the peace lily also cleanses the air, making your space as pure as the art embodies. Enter the Chinese evergreen with its palette of variegated leaves that brings splashes of color to the shadows. From the lush regions of Southeast Asia, this plant is like an ancient artifact cherished and cultivated for centuries. Each leaf is a brushstroke of nature, with hues of silver, red, and pink, making it a living masterpiece. And with such minimal care, it's the art that keeps giving, brightening up even the dullest corners with its resilient beauty. And now the Dracaena, a name derived from the ancient Greek for female dragon, and with good reason. This plant with its sword-like leaves brings a touch of drama and myth to your home. Originating from Africa and beyond, some Dracaena species even bleed a sap that ancient peoples believed to be dragon's blood. This is no ordinary houseplant. It's a statement of bold stroke of green that can grow tall and commanding or small and subtle, depending on the species. A true testament to the power of low light and the art of survival. Finally, we present the philodendron, hailing from the tropical rainforests of Brazil. Its name means love tree in Greek, and it's easy to see why. With heart-shaped leaves that can either trail or climb, it brings a touch of romance and lushness to any space. Like an artist's muse, the philodendron is an epiphyte, often found clinging to trees in the wild, adding its beauty to the canvas of nature. In your home, it's the perfect companion, bringing life and love to the shadows. I'm really a huge fan of all those species, and I'm so excited to show you guys what I've been doing in those darker, low-lit areas of my new place. But first, though, I want to tell you about where you can find these plants at the cheapest price possible in your area. So don't worry, because I did all the research and homework for you. So let's take a look, all right? When it comes to snake plants, Sansevieria, the average cost is about $10 to $25 for a small to medium-sized plant. Cheapest location you can find them at? Walmart or Home Depot. They often have snake plants at affordable prices. Online retailers like Amazon also offer good deals, especially for smaller plants. ZZ plants, average cost $15 to $40 depending on the size. Cheapest locations, Home Depot or Lowe's. They frequently carry ZZ plants at competitive prices. And online plant shops like Costa Farms, which are also available through Walmart or Amazon, also offer good deals. Epiprenum, Pothos, average cost $5 to $20 depending on the size and variety. Cheapest location, just like the snake plant, Walmart and Home Depot. They often have the cheapest options for Pothos. You can also find good deals online, especially for bulk or for cuttings. Peace lilies, average cost $10 to $30 depending on the size. Cheapest locations, almost like a repeat here, Home Depot and Walmart. They're great places to find peace lilies at affordable prices. They are also commonly available at local nurseries. I know I've seen quite a few of those peace lilies at cheaper prices at our local Home Depots here in the Denver metro area. Now, Chinese evergreen Aglaonema, average cost is $10 to $40 depending on size and variety. Cheapest locations, Lowe's and Walmart. They often have Chinese evergreens at lower prices. Online retailers like Amazon can also offer competitive pricing. Dracaena, so many species to choose from. Average cost, though, $10 to $35, depending on size and variety. Cheapest locations, Home Depot and Lowe's frequently have Dracaena plants at good prices. You can also find deals at big box stores like Walmart or online. Philodendron, average cost for, let's say, your heteroecium, partly philodendron, $10 to $30, depending on the size and variety. Cheapest locations, again, Walmart and Home Depot are usually the cheapest places to find philodendron. Oh, and this too is also a really good idea. Additional tips have you. Seasonal sales. Keep an eye on seasonal sales or clearance sections at Home Depot, Lowe's, and Walmart for even better deals. Online shopping, websites like Amazon, Etsy, and eBay can offer a wide range of prices, especially if you're willing to buy smaller plants or cuttings. Your local nurseries, sometimes they may have sales or discounts, especially if they're clearing out stock. And big box stores, generally Walmart and Home Depot, tend to have the lowest prices, especially on popular, easy to care for plants. So it gives you an idea as to where to search for some of them. Now, when it comes to the creativity that I've been doing with low light plants, take a look at this. So I know that it might look like this is a bright stairwell here going from my downstairs to the upstairs, but I promise you it is not. It gets very little light during the day, during the morning, and in the evening and at night. So what I've been doing is using these Wally grow planters and taking some Hartley philodendron, the philodendron heteroecium, like the philodendron Brazil, the philodendron neon heteroecium, and your standard Hartley philodendron, which are really great lower light plants, and putting them in baskets to hang them up there. And I love the fact that that bright green from the neon pothos really neon philodendron, I should say. The neon philodendron really helps bring some light to that area. And take a look at this. This is what I've been doing in the darkest area of our home, which doesn't get any natural light aside from when I have the bathroom door open leading through the hallway, and then the window shining in from the bedroom brings in a little bit of light to the bathroom. But I've decided to add in some cuttings into there to give kind of like this spa-like vibe. What's nice is that plant cuttings, especially when you're water propagating them, don't need as much natural light. In fact, if you give them like a bright indirect light, a lot of the time they struggle to root. And I have found that potting up and cutting up, I should say, and putting them into glass vases into the bathroom, they have rooted really well and they look absolutely stunning. So consider plant cuttings for your lower lit areas because they really add in a nice little tropical vibe to those spots, you know? So recapping everything, we took a look at some options for your lower lit areas when it comes to certain species that you might want to choose from, where you can find them at cheaper prices, which I have in the description below. And then again, some creative ideas that I came up with as to where I showcase my plants in lower lit areas. If you haven't already, please, please, please consider subscribing to my channel, hitting that like button as well as that notification ding dong bell to see more fun and interesting planty content just like this. And if you're interested in learning more about low light plants, especially low light rare plants, check out this video that I did on rare shadow plants. Something you'll certainly want to check out. I'll see you guys soon.